What is up, guys? Welcome to my channel. If you are new here and it's the first time that you're seeing my face, my name is Asante by choice. If it is not the first time that you are running into my channel, then thank you so much for clicking to watch yet another one of my videos. Now, as you can see from the title below, today's video is gonna be a smash or pass video, and we're going to be using energies. To be more specific, I'm going to be using the zodiac energies. Basically, I'm going to be using three categories to just better explain the energies. I'm going to be using modality of the signs, and I'm going to be using the element that the sign is in, and the planetary ruler. So if you are not familiar with astrology, then I'll explain modalities and the elements and the planetary ruler quite briefly before we get into the video. The different modalities that we find in astrology are cardinal, mutable, and fixed signs. And I like to use a very simple to comprehend definition just to explain how these energies play out when they are in the respective modalities. So cardinal signs are usually starter type of energies. So if you live in the southern hemisphere like I do, we are approaching a Libra season, which is going to start right when spring begins. So starter energy is like the start of a season, also very much leadership type of energy. This is an archetype rather that is very, I don't want to say self-sufficient, but it's very good at starting things. It's very good at like going into uncharted waters. And then fixed signs, using the seasonal definition or example rather, it's the sign that carries the season. So after Libra season, which Libra is a cardinal sign, we find Scorpio. Scorpio is a fixed sign, and if we are using the spring example, Scorpio comes in right in the middle of spring. It's carrying out the season, so it's very stable type of energy. It's very I know who I am type of energy, so it doesn't really like deviate and divert and beat about the bush in terms of where it stands. But right after Scorpio, we find Sagittarius, and Sagittarius usually comes just to end off spring and just before we get into summer. So the season, or what rather is happening in terms of weather, the weather is usually changing, and Sagittarius is a mutable sign. So mutable energy explains changing type of energy. So I hope that little quick impromptu astrology lesson just gets you up to speed in terms of understanding what I mean by when I say it's cardinal energy, mutable, or fixed energy. And then we also have elements. So we find signs that are in water, like Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign. Water energy, very intuitive, very deep, very much in tune with emotions, because water also rules like the emotional body. So water signs generally share those type of characteristics. Air signs like Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, they are air. The element air is very quick moving energy. So air signs are characterized by quick moving energies such as air. We also find fire signs. As you know, fire is very feisty energy, very passionate type of energy. So all fire signs have those similar characteristics which categorize them. And we also have earth energy. And as you can tell, earthly reality is very stable, very grounded type of energy, very Virgo type of energy. Virgo is an earth sign. So if we are talking about earth energy, we're talking about very stable energy, very much energy that is here, present, very slow moving. If you take a look at how things happen on earth, is the mother nature, or as much as it does change, but it takes some time, but it accomplishes all its goals, but it does so in a very steady, slow moving way. And that is a characteristics that all earth signs embody. So with that being said, let us get into the smash or pass video. And mostly I'm going to be focusing on people's sun sign, but as you know that there's way more to a person's psyche than just their sun sign. Sun sign describes rather how this person's life force energy goes about itself, but how it actually actualizes into the world has to do with a bunch of other things with how other planets are placed in that person's natal chart. But with that being said and done, let us get into this video, guys. Now, the first sign is Aries. Aries is a fire sign. It is a cardinal sign. The ruling planet of Aries is Mars. And if there is one word I could use to describe Aries energy, is confidence. Aries people are very confident. These are people who are very sure of themselves. As I said, cardinal energy is very much, starter energy, break the glass ceiling, get into uncharted waters type of energy. And if you mix this with the planetary ruler of Aries, which is Mars, Mars in astrology is known as the soldier. So it's very much instinctual. That's another thing with Aries energy. And Aries energy, it's not in its head too much. It's just about, this is what I want to do, so I'm gonna do it. So as lovers, an Aries lover, if an Aries is into you, then they're gonna pursue you, and you are gonna know that this is somebody who is interested in you, because they're not gonna beat about the bush. They're gonna be very straightforward and direct. I also think that at times, because of that instinctual nature that Aries energy has, they are a bit too brazen, and they are a bit too forward with how they go about doing things, which may turn some people off. But ultimately, I don't see how this can work to the Aries' disadvantage, especially in love, because we know, like, in love, we need passion, we need fire. Also, Aries is a fire sign, so we need passion, we need fire, we need don't give me regular, don't give me chicken. I have chicken every day. Give me venison, something new. Don't be shy about it. That's the energy that we need in love. So it's for this reason that Aries makes very interesting lovers. If you are being pursued by Aries, you are not gonna be bored. Chances of you being bored are very slim to none. You are gonna enjoy that wooing process, and it is for this reason I'd say Aries energy deserves a definite smash in my books. Now, the second sign that we have is Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign. It is a fixed type of energy, and it is ruled by the planet of love and luxury, which is Venus. Taurus energy, from what I just said, it should basically give you like an archetype of what Taurus energy is. It's fixed earth. And this is where I feel like Taurus energy coins the definition of being stubborn, because Taurus energy is very hard to influence, and I know very well, because I've got a fair share of Taurians in my life, and they are very hard to like get off their current chosen trajectory and to try and like steer them in a different direction. But when I think of Taurus energy is very stable. When I think of Taurus energy, I think of typical family, big house, white picket fence, a couple of kids, a housewife, and the dad who goes and brings home the bacon. And the dad is obviously going to be the Taurus in this situation. Taurus energy also has to do with how do I add value. So it's very stable type of energy, very builder type of energy. Venus in Taurus, expresses herself in a very sensual nature. That is why Taurians coined the term of, experiencing life through their five senses. But, beyond that, in a romantic type of setting, this is a person who is going to be very much dependable, because innately this is somebody who is very stable, and very much value oriented. Taurus energy has two modes. It's either you're gonna get the very calm, laid back, relaxed, very kingly type of energy, or you're gonna get that bull in a charging type of manner. That's the two ways that Taurus energy is gonna present itself. But overall, man, I'd say because of the dependability, Taurus energy is a good old steady Eddie. So for that reason and that reason alone, it deserves a smash in my book. Now, the third type of energy is Gemini. Gemini is mutable air, ruled by the planet Mercury. And if you know anything about Mercury in our solar system, it is the quickest moving planet around the sun. And this pretty much describes Gemini energy to a T. Being an air sign, it's very quick moving and mutable as well. So very, like, changing from beat to beat. And it is for this reason that Gemini energy coins the term of being the fangirls of the zodiac. Because, if a Gemini is for you and about you, then they are intrigued by you. They're going to be giving you all their attention and time. But as soon as something else grabs their attention, or as soon as you stop being fun and something else is, shiny, new, alluring, then they're gone. They are gonna move to whatever that particular thing is. And for this reason, it could you could call it a good or bad thing about Gemini energy. This is also very closely tied into them being two-faced. The Gemini twins archetype, as it is represented in the symbol of the sign. Gemini energy is very dualist type of energy. There's always two sides to a Gemini, and you don't know which you actually gonna get at which given time. And this also trickles down to how they do pretty much everything. Mercury rules our logic, our day-to-day activities that we do with our minds. Mercury rules communication, and these are some of the things that Gemini is very good at. If you are close to a Gemini or somebody with strong Gemini placements on their charts, then you know that they love to talk. Gemini energy loves to talk. I remember I was dating, well, not dating, but I was just, chilling with oh my goodness. I wasn't dating, guys. I wasn't dating this Gemini or anything. But we were just chilling, and I was chilling with him for quite some time, and I realized that, oh my goodness, I remember this one time I was like to him, you actually like the sound of your own voice, because Gemini energy, like, they like talking, but in so doing, this is a person who usually has the tea about everything that is going on around them. But now taking Gemini energy and putting it into love. In love, they could be very, very tricky to deal with, man. Especially because I said, you don't know which side of a Gemini you're gonna get at what given time. But also, they redeem themselves in this aspect, because if a Gemini likes you, then you will know that a Gemini likes you. And how will you know that a Gemini likes you? They will be talking to you. They want to talk to you about everything that is under the sun. They want to talk to you about it. A Gemini energy who is interested, a Gemini person rather, who is interested in you, is all about communicating and more talking, and not even like deep type of sapiosexual type of conversations. No, they just want to talk about everything and anything, gossip tea as well. And if you want to know if a Gemini person is mad at you, just look at what they are doing. Are they talking to you? If they're not, they are in their head, because those are the two modes of Gemini. So if they're not talking to you, they're usually in their head over processing. So you would know that actually I might have done something wrong and I need to get onto this person's good graces again. But Gemini energy as a whole, honestly, it's a bit too volatile for my liking. I like patterns, and something that I can depend on, knowing that it's gonna pan out a certain way. Can be good and bad. So for this reason, I'd say Gemini energy, yeah, pass. It's a hard pass from me. The fourth type of energy that we have is Cancer energy, and oh my goodness. Cancer energy. Cancer, I just felt chills going up my hands, because Cancer energy is so, it's beautiful. The archetype is beautiful, and if you're getting it in its pure essence, then oh my goodness, it is beautiful. Cancer is ruled by the moon. It is a water sign, and it is a cardinal sign. So from that alone, we can get a few things about the Cancer or a Cancerian archetype. They're very intuitive, very much in tune with the emotional body, because they are ruled by the moon. They are a water sign, so very deep. There's a lot of depth with Cancerians, and there's a very strong it's a very strong nurturing type of energy. Cancer energy is very nurturing type of energy, very homely type of energy. My sister is a Cancer, and if I tell you that this woman, she is such a homemaker. In any space that she finds herself in, she is able to turn that space and make it into a home for everybody who is in that particular space at that particular given time. So that is something that is very true to form with Cancerian energy. They are very nurturing, very homely, very protective as well, And I feel like this is something that we don't speak about a lot with Cancer energy. Like Cancer as a symbol, it's represented by the crab. The crab has the shell. So Cancer energy is very protective of everything that is inside the shell. So when you have made it into the inner bubble of a Cancer, then you're gonna feel that protection, you're gonna feel that nurturing. It's basically, with a Cancer, if you're outside the shell, then you're gonna get general access treatment. But when you are inside the shell, you are gonna get stellar VVIP type of treatment, Douce, Hennessy, the works. You're gonna be treated like royalty when you have made it into the inner spheres of a Cancer, and it is for that reason that I would definitely say Cancer energy deserves a smash in my books. Now, the fifth type of energy is Leo. Leo is a fixed sign. Leo is ruled by the sun, the brightest shining object in our solar system, the star that is the sun. And Leo energy is a fixed sign. I think I've said that. And it is a fire sign, so very feisty, very passion oriented in its predisposition. And one thing that comes to mind with Leo people or Leo energy as a whole is that it requires a lot of attention. People with a strongly placed Leo energy come across as requiring a lot of attention. Let me correct myself, because how Leo energy is, it's pretty much like the sun. Just take a look at how the sun functions. The sun is up there doing its own thing, and it is shining bright. And if you have seen the sun up close, and oh my goodness, I'm saying this like I've seen the sun up close, but if you've seen videos of what happens on the surface of the sun, you'll see that volcanoes erupt. Well, I don't think the scientific term is called volcanoes, but there's eruptions of more something that resembles volcanoes for me, and that is very much Leo energy. Leo energy, you just put it in a room and it will shine bright like the diamond that it is, and that is something that I always admire about Leo type of energy. Leos, I usually say that Leos are young at heart. They are forever young. It's like they are tapped into the eternal fountain of youth, because they are just so Leo energy in its fixed nature. It will do whatever the if it wants to do, and it will shine bright for everybody else to see. And usually that type of passion that Leos seem to have is very attractive, to everybody around it. So Leo energy, very celebrity type of energy. Leo energy is just all about me, but not in a very selfish way. This is just who they are, and they are just a fountain of eternal youth. Now, as a romantic partner, honestly, for me, I find Leo energy as a lot to deal with. So as a romantic partner, I'd probably pass. But as an energy on its own, I love Leo energy. Leos have a way of just making you want to connect with your inner child again, because they are tapped in, very tuned into their inner child, and they seem to be having a ball every time, everywhere where you see them. But for the purposes of this video, and with my own subjective views on the energy, I'd say for romantic reasons, Leo energy, I'll pass. Now, the sixth energy is Virgo. Virgo is mutable earth, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Now, if you follow more esoteric type of astrology, there is growing evidence to suggest that Virgo is actually ruled by comet asteroid Chiron. And, I personally do believe that this could be true because of just how Chiron operates in the solar system. Chiron has its own orbit, and it's very much different to how every other planet in the solar system orbits, and this for me is very much Virgo type of energy. Virgo energy is very much see everything and then do something that is just gonna progress reality. Take for instance somebody who I believe embodies the Virgo type of energy expression in a very apt way to use for this example to illustrate this point, and that is Beyonce. If perfection and knowing what to do with people's attention was a person, I believe that we could put Beyonce up there, because she really knows how to work a crowd, a stage. She really knows how to go about expressing herself in a way that is very closely resembling to perfection, and that is what Virgo energy essentially is, the perfectionist of the zodiac sign. But as a lover, this is somebody who is gonna be very much in tune with everything that happens in your guys' relationship. Virgo energy is the partner who is gonna notice when you get your hair changed, when you get when something is off with you. Virgo energy is very hypersensitive, hyper aware. So this is a partner who is gonna be very much in tune with everything different that you do, and we ultimately we love that. We love somebody who takes note of us, and it is for this reason that I say Virgos definitely deserve a smash in my books. Now the next energy I want to talk about is a personal favorite, because I happen to be that sign, and that is Libra. Libra is cardinal energy. It is an air sign, and it is ruled by the planet of love and luxury, Venus. Now Libra energy. Libra is symbolized by the scales of balance, and this is very apt of how Libra nature goes about doing things. Venus in Libra strives to find a balance in things. These are the kind of people who hate conflict, and confrontations. Libra energy does not like conflict and confrontations. They're also the sign that is very much into aesthetics, and if you know anything about beauty standards, it really makes sense, because symmetry, and balance seems to be closely associated to beauty, and this is what Libra does best. Venus in Libra, she does really like more intellect based kind of stuff, but she is also very much into aesthetics, because it's Venus at the end. And as lovers, Libra energies are gonna be very peaceful lovers. This is somebody who is very I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of becomes very difficult for me to describe Libra energy. It's like that interview question that you get in a job interview, and they're like, please tell us about yourself. So I'm trying to like balance whether or not I'm describing myself too much, or I'm still sticking to like just describing the energy. But as a lover, Libra energy is somebody who is gonna be very much, non-confrontational, but they also can be very annoying, because these are the type of people who they love intellect. I feel like Libras are the sapiosexuals of the zodiac wheel, because this is somebody also who is gonna like start arguments with you, or starts arguments with you, not for the purpose of them believing the side that they are arguing, but because they're just trying to get everybody on the same page. They're happy when we all see all sides of the situation. So this is a very diplomatic person, which can also be frustrating in love, because you might be like, hey, do you want to have chicken or beef for dinner? And then he will go on to tell you why chicken is not the best option and why beef is even worse. So just make up your mind, Libra, make up your mind. But overall, they're sweethearts. We are sweethearts, man. We're the best people you'll ever meet. We're very friendly, we get along with everybody, and it is for that reason I'd say Libra energy deserves a smash. You should definitely smash Libra energy. You're gonna have the time of your life with a Libra. But personally, I don't think I'd wanna be with a Libra. Yeah, because like ultimately we have balance in the relationship. I'm there. So you can bring something else to the table. This is me trying to like balance the relationship as well now. So from my end, I'd say pass on Libra energy, but you should definitely smash Libra energy We're the best people you'll ever meet. Up next, we've got fixed water, which is a Scorpio. And Scorpio in traditional astrology is said to be ruled by Mars, but in modern astrology, we understand that it is ruled by Pluto, the planet of regeneration, transformation, rebirth, the planet of transformation, basically. And I feel like this embodies Scorpio type of energy to the core. Scorpios are the kind of people who are gonna change your life, because Scorpio energy, might I say, is very mysterious. Scorpio energy it's also very observer type of energy, and this is where I feel Scorpios coined the term that you cannot lie to a Scorpio, because Scorpio, they rule ultimately. Pluto rules life and death, and Scorpio is that boundary between life and death. So Scorpio energy, they rule what is alive or what is conscious and what is unconscious. So they see beyond the surface. Scorpios study people, and when they tell you something, best believe that it comes from a place of having been analyzed to the max, and they could see, both layers of it, and like now they're giving you facts about you. Let me just put it like that. And sometimes you might not even be aware that that is something you do, but the Scorpio has taken its time to study you to a T. So it is for this reason that they also, embody a very mysterious type of aura about them. But Scorpio, ultimately, these are people with a lot of depth because they are a water sign, and it's fixed water. So Scorpios know who they are, and being ruled by the planet of transformation and regeneration, life and death. They very much embody this type of energy in the way they act in relationships as well. If you have ever been with a Scorpio in a relationship, then a Scorpio's type of love is gonna change your life. But also cross a Scorpio, then my goodness, are they gonna come back, and they're gonna come back to get their vengeance on you, and they're gonna do it in such a scorpionic way that even though it takes them 10 years and you might not even be aware that you've ever met this person, when the revenge finally hits you, it's gonna hit you, because Scorpios are also like planners. They just Scorpio energy. Yeah, Scorpio energy. But ultimately, once you make it inside, like Scorpio energy is ride or die. Like I feel like these are the true ride or dies, of the zodiac. And in life in general, if you wanna know who a true ride or die is, that is Scorpio energy. And it's for this reason I find them so beautiful, and I definitely say they deserve a smash in my books. Up next, we've got Sagittarius. I know also some people call it Sagittarius. Yeah, you can continue calling it what you want. For me, I've always called it Sagittarius, and I'll continue to call it Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and it's a mutable. It's in the mutable modality, and it is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of more. Give me more, give me more, give me more, 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 more. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system, and it's very expansive type of energy. So this is very much carried through to the Sagittarius energy and archetype. Sagittarius is that type of person who always is looking for ways to expand their mind, whether it is in a physical sense, and this can translate as in them being out there, exploring the world, somebody who's never at their home. It can also manifest in a way that this is somebody who is never in their space, on a mental level. So somebody who likes to go out there in their head, which whether it is reading books that are out of the ordinary from what everybody else is doing. Basically Sagittarius energy is uncharted waters and going out there to explore uncharted waters, but them being a fire sign, there's a lot of passion with a Sagittarius energy. And if you have ever been with a Sagittarius, firstly, I will say that in order to hook a Sagittarius and for them to stay longer than just, a one night stand, you're gonna have to be someone who is an enigma, offer them an exploration of time and space when they are with you. That is the true way to hook a Sagittarius. If not, and you give off the illusion of being, a trip, a lovely exploration through time and space, and they find out that you're actually not, they're gonna leave, and that is gonna be very hurtful. This is the two modes of a Sagittarius as well, and very funny enough, Sagittarius is the sign that is directly opposite Gemini, so Gemini and Sagittarius energy share this aspect to them whereby they can flip moods and flip modes, but Sagittarius, it has to do more so with, expanding their knowledge and their awareness and just how much they know. But ultimately, they are very passionate people. If you have been in love with a Sagittarius, then you will know that he will blow your mind. Go listen to Beyonce's Signs. That is, I think, the first line she says. She's like, I was in love with a Sagittarius. He blew my mind. Jay-Z is a Sagittarius, so the boy, I must go to Jay-Z for some tips. But yeah, Sagittarius energy definitely deserves a smash. They are, oh my goodness. I also have a very close person who happens to be a Sagittarius. We are no longer in contact, but my time with them was very eventful. So Sagittarius energy deserves a smash. Smash, smash, smash all day. Now up next we've got Capricorn. Capricorn. I don't know, for some reason, I always feel like Capricorn is the zodiac sign that we all forget. I just don't know. I don't know why, but it seems to always be like that. But I think I have a reason for why this is. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of the serious planet in the sky, basically. Father time, the planet of responsibility, restriction, and just paying your dues. Saturn energy is very strict type of energy. So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, but Capricorn also happens to be cardinal Earth. And in archetypal astrology, Capricorn energy is represented as the CEO, the big boss, somebody who is just up there. And I feel like that is so encompassing of Capricorn energy, because Capricorn is that energy that will climb the corporate ladder. Capricorn energy is, this is where I want to go and I am going to get there. And I feel like this is where the Saturnian influence comes into place, because if you've got very lofty goals and very lofty ambitions, then you have to have a plan on how you're gonna get there. You have to have a system, and all these things are things that are ruled by Saturn. So Saturn, through his enforcement of rulership over Capricorn, helps Capricorn achieve their lofty goals and aspiration, because Capricorn energy is the type of energy that needs to be recognized. They need to have the most money in the room. They need to be, at the top of the food chain. That is very much Capricorn type of energy. But how it plays out in people, because Saturn is the planet of responsibility, rules, discipline, systems, time. These are the type of people who have always innately came across as very responsible. These are the so-called old souls. When you meet somebody and you're like, oh my goodness, you act way older than you are. This is those people, Capricorn energy. The people who are always like, who assumes the role of the father of the group, you know, somebody who just wants to take care of everybody around them, you know, that is very much Capricorn type of energy. And honestly, it's for that reason that I say, who wouldn't want somebody who's disciplined, who's got their shit together, you know, who's got goals and ambitions in a romantic relationship, you know? They might be a bit too serious, but honestly, I'll be the fun one in a Capricorn relationship. And funny enough, I'm a Capricorn ascendant. So safe to say that I'm also trying to work on those Saturnian influences in my own life. But Capricorn energy as a whole, some people might call it boring, but I'd say it's very structured. So it's for that reason I'd say it deserves a smash in my books. Now, the next energy I want to talk about is Aquarius. Aquarius is, in traditional astrology, is said to have been ruled by Saturn, if I'm not mistaken. But in modern astrology, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the planet Uranus, also known as Father Sky in Greek mythology. Aquarius energy. Aquarius energy is the other. You know, I'd like to describe it as the other. You know, this is somebody, this is I actually had a meme come in mind right now, you know, where it's just like it's this girl who's like, oh Lord, your people bore me. Uranus is the rebel, you know, that is just like break the glass ceiling, you know, go explore new things, innovate, do this better, leave a legacy. You have to be remembered for this, you know. That is very much Uranus type of energy. And in Aquarius, you know, Aquarius is that other energy. So these are the people who are usually very different than the rest. Somebody who embodies Aquarius energy very aptly and perfectly. Ooh, Michael Jordan. Just look at it. Just take a look at Michael Jordan's career. You know how he went from just playing basketball to incorporating shoes and turning shoes into this brand, you know, and just, you know, something that was, you know, sought after by so many people, you know, just from just playing basketball. That is very much Aquarius energy. Now, I must say that I don't have a lot of experience with Aquariuses or Aquarians. I think that's the proper way to say it. Yeah. I don't have a lot of experience with Aquarians in love. So, yeah, if you're an Aquarius and you know how you behave in love, drop it down in the comments below and help me and help everybody else who will come across this video to better understand you guys and how you act in love. But from my end, just for reasons of being very little informed about Aquarius, I'll say it's a pass from my side. Now, the last energy that I want to talk about is Pisces. Pisces, also known as God consciousness or returning back to source, you know, being one with the universal source energy. Pisces is mutable water. Pisces is ruled by Neptune. If you are familiar with Pisces energy is very much in the 4D, 5D type of reality. You know, Pisces energy, actually I feel like, you know, Greek mythology explains this in a very, for me, in a very vivid way that I can actually see and understand, you know, a bit better how Neptune is as, you know, an energy. So in Greek mythology it's said that Neptune is the son of Saturn, you know, and Saturn was the son of Uranus. So Uranus had this thing of gobbling up or killing his sons when they grew to be a bit more powerful than them. I'm not sure if it's gobbling them up or killing them. I think Uranus is the one who killed them. And for so doing, you know, Saturn actually, when he came of age, he castrated Uranus. And very true to form, Saturn went to follow in his father's footsteps and also was this father who became jealous of his kids when they grew to be more powerful than him. So he had a couple of kids. Jupiter is also a son of Saturn, and also Neptune is also a son of Saturn, as well as some other planet. Pluto is also Saturn's child, in Greek mythology, that is. So Saturn gobbled up Neptune whole, and Neptune was in Saturn's belly, and the only way that Neptune could express himself was through the dream state, imagination, using his imagination to like dream and be out there while he stayed put in his father's belly. Now Jupiter survived because his mother hid him, and later on Jupiter's son, which happens to be Mars, came back and cut Saturn open to like set Neptune free. But anyway, that's just a bit of Greek mythology. Pisces as an energy, very intuitive, most intuitive of them all, because it's very much tuned into source energy. Pisces energy is very much tuned into source energy, and how I've seen this manifest, Pisceans. Oh my goodness, neologism galore in this video. I'm just making up my own words. But Pisces people, or people with a very strong Pisces energy, they're very intuitive. And it's so funny that sometimes they are not even aware of this intuitive nature that they have, because it has become so normal to them, But these are people who see people beyond just the 3D that we see each other in. These are people who they see beyond the surface level, and as lovers, oh my goodness, it makes them the best type of lovers. This is ultimately agape kind of love, unconditional kind of love that you'll find with a Pisces. And honestly, oh my goodness, like Pisces energy, I'm just thinking of like the last Pisces or Piscean that I had an encounter with, and as I'm describing this, I'm getting a picture of them in my mind, and it is so true. This is somebody. These are people generally who they are tapped into the astral planes, and it translates in everything they do. From the music that they listen to. They don't just listen to music for the lyrics. Like the music has to kind of like put you in a trance. It has to be something that makes you feel. It's like there's a lot of emotions with Pisces energy. And this is for that's so reason that makes them such great lovers. So Pisces energy, definitely a smash from my side. Now if you are still here, you have made it through this whole video. I hope you liked what I said about your sign. If you didn't, do tell me about it in the comments down below, and any other thing that you would like to add that I couldn't cover in this video. Obviously I couldn't make this video too long and too in-depth. There is so much that goes into a person's psyche, but this was just supposed to be a little fun informative video that can just help you look at people differently from now on, and hopefully I was able to prompt your head in thinking in that direction. So if you're still here, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video up to this point in time. I do implore and plead that you like this video. It does really well. It does me great, for the video and my channel. My name's asantebychoice on all my social media platforms. You can catch me over there. But from me to you guys, peace, much love, and I'll see you in the next one.